When you create a new course, you are the only participant, so only you will be able to see it. You'll probably want to start adding some content before letting other people see it, but once you are ready to share, you'll need to add your students as participants. The It's Learning administrator for your organisation should already have created accounts for students. To add students to your course, you first need to go into your course. We'll go to Geography Year 8 and then click Participants on the course menu bar. You can add participants individually, but much simpler is to add them by user group or hierarchy as they're called in It's Learning. So I need to click on the Hierarchy Synchronization tab. The hierarchies will have been set up by the administrator in your school or college. So when I go to Find Hierarchy from the link below the box, I will then see the hierarchies available to me. If your organisation has integration with the MIS, you may see something like this. If I click down through the top level, I'll see a folder called It's Integral. The It's Integral folder will contain all the groups that are being pulled through from the MIS. So the people hierarchy is divided into groups such as the whole student body, workforce, which in turn is divided into teaching and non-teaching, and contacts, that's for people external to the school, including parents. The pastoral structure will be the registration groups, houses, depending on what groups you've got set up in your MIS. The academic structure will be all your teaching groups, so organised in subjects and then in the teaching groups for each set. So you can find the group that you want, in case of a teaching group for example, by drilling down on the left hand side and then selecting Choose when you get to the group that you want. So if I'm looking for example, a maths group, I can go through and I have all the different year groups with the different teaching sets in there. So if I wanted to choose maths group V, for example, find the group that I want and click on Choose, and that will add them to the list. Alternatively, if I click on Find Hierarchy, I can also search for the particular group by starting to type in the name. So if it was 10X and MA and search on that, I'll see all the Year 10 maths groups there, and I can find the one that I want and click on Choose. So remember, you'll need to use the MIS code of the teaching set if your It's Learning platform is integrated with your MIS. If your organisation doesn't have integration between It's Learning and your MIS, you might see something more like this when you click on Find Hierarchy. So I've got folders for parents, staff, students, but the process is the same. You just drill down on the left hand side until you find the group that you want and then select Choose next to it to add them to the list. So if I go to Find Hierarchy again, I could, if I wished, just select Choose at the Year 10 year group level. That would add the whole of Year 10 students in one group, in one block. But if I spend a few seconds more and add each class separately, I can use this tick box to automatically create a subgroup for each teaching group within my course. which will be useful if I later want to create different folders for different teaching groups, setting permissions separately, or filter the mark book to look at a particular set. So I add the groups to the box in the middle, and if you make a mistake, just click on a particular hierarchy to select it and remove hierarchy. When you're happy that you've identified all the students you want, you've checked this box to create the subgroups, you can click on Save. As soon as you click Save, your students will be able to see your course in their list of courses. So at the moment, even though I've put the groups in the box, they can't see my course until I click on Save. So why are we using hierarchies? Apart from the obvious benefit that it's quicker to add the students by group than individually, you don't have to worry about managing students if they move. By adding the group to the course, any student who moves in and out of that group will automatically have access or not to your course. When you add your participants to your course via hierarchy synchronization, they're automatically given the default permissions for their role in its learning. So students can interact with the resources and participate in activities, but they can't create resources or set up activities or assess work.